Today on Monkey Life, a novel training idea to persuade Chimp Toprish the great outdoors is a safe place to be.
Good girl. Called Find the Red Dot.
A devastating woolly emergency as young mum Ayla rejects and attacks her newborn baby.
The left side of the mouth, I think there are
We've got a
bite marks.
wound on the lower lip.
And, don't mind if I do, marmosets Reggie and Freja enjoy their grapes, a whole bunch. Monkey World in Dorset, buried deep in the English countryside, is the largest sanctuary of its kind on the planet. The team, led by Dr. Alison, rescue and rehabilitate abused and unwanted primates from all over the world.
Oh, skinny girl.
The park provides a home for more than 260 monkeys and apes from 24 different species. The majority of the park's chimpanzees have come from bad or abusive backgrounds. So, to help keep them fit and active, the primate care staff give them daily doses of vitamins and supplements. This morning, Bart's group of 17 are about to get theirs.
He's coming.
Including the most recent member who arrived from a zoo in Istanbul a year ago, female Toprish. She's now a fully integrated member of the community, living and sleeping with the other chimps. But there's a challenge she's yet to conquer.
The big stumbling block for us is that she's not yet going outside. Back in the spring, when we first gave her the opportunity to go outside, she obviously got a shock from the fence. And then over the summer and the really nice weather, we hoped that it would just happen naturally, but it hasn't. So I've sat down with the chimp team and we've kind of brainstormed as what we can do from a training point of view to try and encourage her to take that final step.
It's been 8 months since Toprish ventured into the large outdoor enclosure for the first time. Unfortunately, she touched the electric wire, designed to stop the chimps messing about with the fence, and went scampering back indoors. It's all part of the learning process for new arrivals. But despite numerous attempts by the team to entice her back outside, she's refused to go further than the end of the outdoor tunnel. The concern is, it's been so long since she even tried setting foot in the great outdoors, she's not even considering it as an option.
All of the good things that happen to Toprish, enrichment, food, interactions with the other chimps, are happening inside, and she's able to move around the inside facility while we're cleaning. So when we're doing the bed, she's in the playroom and vice versa. So I think we just need to simply provide some reinforcement for going beyond what has kind of become her universe. We need her to consider the outside.
So far, every attempt has ended in failure. But now the team have come up with a fresh idea, carefully pointing a low-powered laser pen.
Good girl. It's called Find the Red Dot. Target.
For the last few days, with the majority of the group outside, staff have been teaching Toprish indoors to touch the red dot from a laser pen with her hand.
Good girl. We've started getting her to target. Good girl. Move around and touch it. So she's basically following the red dot and moving from place to place to go and touch the red dot, and she then gets a reward for doing that. The idea is that we're then going to take this outside to try and encourage her to go out into the enclosure. Good girl. As long as nothing bad happens to her, she's reaching and touching that red dot, that's going to build up her confidence that she can actually step out of those tunnels without getting an electric shock, which is what happened to her the first day she went outside. So we're building her confidence, we're using the target training to move her and to encourage her to go outside, and fingers crossed, this is going to eventually get her out into the enclosure, because we've been waiting a long time, haven't we? Hey? Good girl.
Toprish's response is just the sort of positive reaction the team have been hoping for. Now they need to transfer what she's learnt inside to the outside and the end of the tunnels. Fingers crossed she'll take that next big step. Over the years, Monkey World has established a strong reputation for rescuing and rehabilitating primates from around the globe. But the real issue now is much closer to home.
By far, our biggest ongoing problem in the primate trade is the legal trade in primates as pets in Britain today. And in just the last 10 years, we've brought in more than 70 monkeys from the British pet trade. And that means we're obligated to care for them for the rest of their lives. So it is a bit of a nightmare.
The vast majority, rescued from homes and businesses around the UK, have been marmosets. These small primates were frequently being kept in poor conditions by owners who had no idea how to look after them. With so many rehomed at the park over the last few years and a huge waiting list still on Alison's desk, the team had to build a new marmoset complex to house them. Today, 2 lucky marmoset pairs resident there, who were rescued from the UK pet trade, are in for a fruity treat. Primate care member Steph is distributing freshly harvested grapes on the vine around their enclosures.
They love to spend their days outside. Anytime the weather's even remotely nice, they're straight out there, and they actually spend majority of the day out foraging, looking for insects in their enclosure. So putting some grapes outside should be great for them because they spend all day outside anyway, and they should really enjoy them.
Fruit is an important part of a marmoset's diet. However, the park limits the amount of sugary commercial fruit the primates are fed. Today's delicacy is a real treat. Fred is first out. He and his partner Freja are Geoffroy's marmosets, slightly larger than their next-door neighbours Reggie and Jerry, who are common marmosets. Both Geoffroys were victims of the pet trade and were paired together at Monkey World. They get on well and have become a good pair bond. Fred in particular is very confident. He loves attention and is pretty vocal when he gets it. He seems extremely keen on today's offering of juicy grapes. Very little is known about the background of his partner, Freja. She was found running loose on scaffolding outside a block of flats in Tower Hamlets, London. Her owner was never traced. But she's settled well into life at the park, and the pair make a good team. Next door, the 2 common marmosets, adult male Reggie and his sister Jerry, are happy to share their grapes. They were born into the pet trade and are siblings. Unlike Fred and Freja, they benefited from being reared by their natural mother and growing up together. Their love of juicy grapes is clear to see. Marmosets have claws rather than nails, which help them cling to branches and are put to good use when reaching out for food. The small monkeys can move quickly through the tree canopy of their native habitat in Brazil, using their long tails for balance. But unlike some other South American primates, they can't use them for gripping or swinging. After a difficult start in life, it's great to see both pairs of marmosets happy and content at the park. It's early morning, and at the Stumpy enclosure, the macaques are about to be given their daily supplements. There are 8 members in the group, and most are in their late 20s or early 30s. Their age and time in biomedical laboratories is catching up with them. Each has their own individual requirements, and the primate care staff have a routine which operates according to rank and keeps things as stress-free as possible for the elderly macaques. The 3 lowest-ranking stumpies, Flo, Freddy and Toto, prefer to be outside. while the more dominant members know the drill and stay indoors.
Just going to go and find Flo this morning, because she's one of the lower ranking members of the group. Sometimes it's more difficult to get her supplements and medications into her when the dominant animals are around, but she's normally outside with Toto and Freddie, and she's dominant over them, so hopefully she'll come over. Yeah, she's just making her way over now.
Flo arrived at the park 6 years ago from a cat and dog rescue centre in Munich, having been smuggled from the wild. Her exact age is a mystery, and she suffers mobility issues, especially with her legs.
Hey, Flo.
She's being given paracetamol 3 times a day to help alleviate the problem.
There you go. It's important we get it into her early in the morning so that we can get a lunchtime dose and an afternoon dose into her as well. She's also had her vitamin C tablet, and she's due to have her glucosamine. But Flo is one of our fussiest stumpies, and she refuses most supplements, and she's liable to spit her glucosamine out because she likes to take things on her own terms, in her own time. She's the most challenging one to get medications and supplements into on a regular basis.
This morning, however, Flo is feeling cooperative. Next in line are the boys, Toto and Freddie, the 2 lowest-ranking members of the group. Toto in particular has had difficulties integrating with the others, but things are starting to improve.
Toto's doing well. He's just got to get a bit more confidence in himself, really. But he is spending a lot more time inside. Again, as the weather gets colder, he is coming in the house more, and Sam will come over and have a sort of a greeting with him and then wander off. But as much of it is just Toto building up that confidence to come in and actually sort of spend a bit more time in there.
Once the 3 outside have been given a banana as a reward for taking their tablets, Toby can turn his attention to the 5 more dominant macaques waiting for their supplements indoors.
This is their routine every day, so generally they know where they should be. Sam knows that that's his place to sit, and hopefully the girls will organise themselves into their usual spots. If they're all in the right spots, it goes smoothly. As if someone decides to be in the wrong place, that it can sort of be a little bit more challenging. But generally, they're very good at taking their supplements in the morning. Good girl, you wait there. Good boy, Sammy.
With everyone in position and waiting patiently, Toby gets started. Leader Sam is first.
I'm not sure that cod liver oil and glucosamine, well, they don't taste that nice, but he just eats them like that. Good boy.
Followed by dominant female Kelly.
Kelly also gets a contraceptive pill.
Sylvie doesn't mess around when it's her turn.
You have to be quick with Sylvie because she eats things very quickly.
And Noreen is also used to the routine. But Charlie is a bit finicky.
Charlie is very, very fussy with her paracetamol, and it took us a very long time to find her something she takes it in. We found that she likes it in honey off a spoon.
This morning's supplement session has gone like clockwork.
Well done, everyone. Good boy, Sammy.
But the routine has to be repeated every day. And when they want to, these macaques can live up to their grumpy, stumpy nickname. At the orangutan nursery, the group are outside doing what they do best, having fun. But it's not quite business as usual. For the past 6 months, the 2 older boys, Jin and Silvestre, have been kept apart, taking it in turns to go outside with the rest of the group. They're both growing up fast and well on their way to becoming full adult males. Unfortunately, their play sessions can get out of control and have occasionally led to a few minor injuries. It's time for one of them to move on and become leader of his own group. Alison has spent a considerable time looking for a suitable new home.
We had hoped actually to get, Jin and/or Silvestre their future adult home actually, more than 6 months ago. But things didn't work out with the original arrangement. So Jin and Silvestre have been managed separately in the nursery because what was playful, boisterous sort of wrestling to begin with turned into full-on male-male competition. It's what orangutans are designed to do, really. So that's just an indicator that it's time for Jyn to move on.
Alison has now found the ideal place, Wingham Wildlife Park in Kent, home to a young female called Molly, who could be the perfect partner for Jyn.
He's going to leave a little bit of a hole in the group. You know, the youngsters all like playing with him. He's quite good with the kids. Probably the one who's going to think, yeah, that's okay, goodbye, is Oisin, because Jyn was rather amorous and pesky, and Oisin didn't really appreciate his attention, so we'll just have to hope Molly does.
It's going to be hard for the team to say goodbye to Jyn. He was born at the park in November 2009 to mum Xiao Kuai and young dad Gordon. He had the best possible start in life for a captive orangutan, living with his parents in his early years before moving to the nursery, where he's grown into a kind, fun young adult with a big personality. But it's time to move on, and the team have the tough task of preparing Jyn for the move. He'll be transported to Kent in a secure travel crate. But first, he needs to be trained to get into it.
Go on then, handsome. Hey, good boy. Shut Gemma, please.
It's essential training to keep the move as stress-free as possible.
You're so good.
The team don't want to sedate Jyn on moving day. If they can get him used to entering and being in the crate with the door shut, it'll make the journey easier for everyone.
Open. Open.
Primate care member Jarno will gradually increase the time he stays in the box.
Go on then, Jyn. Well done, my man. That is just brilliant.
Until the big day in a few weeks' time, when Jyn will be ready to start the next chapter in his life story. While one of the park's primates is preparing to leave, another is unaware that soon there'll be a new arrival, whose presence will have a big effect on his life. Cotton-top tamarin Uncus was a victim of the pet trade, who arrived in 2009 along with his partner Alice. They were found in a small bird cage when Kent police raided premises suspected of puppy farming. Both were in a bad way. But thanks to the work and dedication of the staff, they recovered and spent 4 happy years together, until Alice sadly passed away. Since then, Uncus has had other housemates, but now finds himself alone once again, and in need of a friend.
He didn't have a very good start in life. He was kept as a pet in really unsuitable conditions. He's really old, but we really have no idea of his age. But he's still really active. He loves being outside in the sunshine when it's a nice day. He's really vocal, he chirps around. He's got a special place in a lot of people's hearts. Not only because he's our only tamarin, but just because of his life and his story and his background and just how much of a lovely boy he is.
But Karen knows just how important it is for primates to be with their own kind.
You can never replicate companionship with these animals. You can put in as much enrichment as you want to and try and keep them as busy as you possibly can, but to have a friend and a companion is better than anything, really. They'll be constantly chatting to each other. Grooming is a really great social interaction, so you can never beat having a companion for social species like these.
Now, after months of searching, there's some good news for lonely Uncus.
Very luckily for him, we have actually managed to find a female cotton-top tamarin that is currently living on her own in a collection in the UK. And hopefully very, very soon she will be coming to join us.
The female in question is also living a solo existence at Longleat Safari Park. If things work out, then in the very near future, Uncus will have a new housemate to keep him company. Staff are keeping their fingers crossed it'll be a match made in heaven, and Uncus will have a companion once again. At the Barn Woolies house, an emergency is in progress. Leader Chippy and most of the group is in the outside enclosure. But inside, the care team have discovered young woolly monkey Ayla has just given birth. It's not looking good. As soon as the infant was born, the new mum bit the baby and threw it to the ground. Alison has rushed across the park to rescue it before Ayla can do any more damage.
think we've got trauma to the head.
You can see we've got a puncture wound here on the right side.
How swollen it is.
Alison and vet nurse Stacey check the infant over and are concerned by what they find.
I know, baby face. We've got swelling all around the face.
But the left side of the mouth, I think there are
We've got a
bite marks.
wound on the lower lip and then in the very corner of the left side of the mouth.
As they carefully examine the baby for serious injuries, they also try to determine its sex.
I think it might be a little girl.
Oh, and then we've got some bruising slightly higher up there. Oh, deep.
Okay, but nice, strong baby.
Very strong baby.
Yeah, careful. You
And
can't
very-
It looks as if the new infant could be a fighter.
Terrible start for this little one. We'll do what we can. So we're going to be very concerned about whether and how this little one develops. The upside is babies have very soft skulls. It's how they make it through the birth canal. So even if she has damaged the baby's skull, as long as it's not bleeding or seeping out gray matter, could be fine. But nothing's for sure at the moment.
Alison takes the baby Woolly to the office. It's vital she keeps it warm and hydrated if it's going to come through the next 24 hours.
Aren't you?
The baby's rejection has come as a bit of a shock to Alison and the team. They were hoping Ayla would learn to embrace motherhood. After all, she was born at the park and reared by her own mother, Paquita. Since then, she's witnessed Paquita successfully raise all her siblings. But this is the second baby Ayla has cast aside. It looks as if Alison will now have to take on the hand-rearing of her 7th woolly monkey.
We have no interest in hand-rearing woolly monkeys or anything else, but when you see that you've got what's a healthy, alive, quite well-developed little woolly monkey, and the mother starts biting and abusing it so badly, you can't just leave it. It's rooting around. That's a good sign. So far, it's responding very well and it's quite strong, so we'll see how we go.
As soon as the hand-rearing kit arrives from the park's hospital, Alison sets about getting fluids into the baby. She's a good size, with a strong grip and pretty vocal, all positive signs. If she can survive the night, the team may be able to X-ray her tomorrow. That should tell them exactly what injuries the baby has sustained. For now, all they can do is keep everything crossed that this little fighter will make it safely through the night. Next time on Monkey Life. The new baby woolly monkey, rejected and attacked by its mother, undergoes X-rays, with worrying results.
The skull should heal, it's just what damage has been done to the brain.
Okay.
Plus, Chimp Toprish finally conquers her fear of the great outdoors.